February 15, Sunday evening is today, 2026. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. It is no longer news that the U.S. military planes land in Maiduguri as the deployment of troops begins. So we are going to analyze what we know so far about this deployment of U.S. troops, because there are some things that the Nigerian government are putting out for their citizens to know, which is not absolutely correct. And one of them is that they first of all said that the U.S. military, that they are just coming to play an advisory role. Okay. And a lot of people were putting up the question, if they are coming to play an advisory role, how many people are coming to advise the Nigerian government or Nigerian military? That is absolutely wrong. So what I'm saying, I'm not saying it because of I got one information from social media or no. No. Okay. I have a very reliable source from Africa. Okay, Africa Command, and everything that is going on in Nigeria, the African Command knows everything. When I mean everything, they knows everything that is going on. So I do not want one media house to tell me what the US are in Nigeria to do, because I have, very reliable information directly from them. So the Nigerian government is telling their citizens that the US soldiers are in Nigeria just to play an advisory role. Why are they hiding the real deal? These people are here to stay. Military base will be established in Nigeria, and these people are going to fight the terrorists for real. Well, the US move is still unknown to so many people because the final decision lies on Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump is the kind of people that a lot of people don't like him. Why? Because I don't know if he do take advice from anybody. Anything he says he's going to do, he's going to do it. And anything he says, this is this, that is it. So it is very difficult for you to convince him to do what he don't want to do, or to convince him not to do what he want to do. Don't forget that so many Nigerians, it seems that we have short memory. A lot of people are trying to talk about the current occurrence that is leading Trump to send troops. No. The issue of Christians' persecution have been going on in Nigeria. And I always refer people back to what Donald Trump told Muhammadu Buhari, the former president of Nigeria, when he visited him in the United States of America. And this is what Trump said in quote. Why are you killing Christians in Nigeria? The killing of Christians must stop. You see, when it comes to intelligence gathering, you might not like US, but US knows what is going on. They have real-time intelligence about everything. Now, the US troops then landed in Maiduguri. They are in Maiduguri. They are not in American embassy. They are in Maiduguri. And a lot of people would have said that, oh, are they not afraid? Boko Haram might just attack them when they are not ready. Are you talking to vigilante group, or you are talking to US soldiers? These are US soldiers that have real-time intelligence. Now, part of, these are security issues, and it's not important to say some things because of some security concerns. But one of the things that the US soldiers want to stop in Nigeria, if the Nigerian, military, if people who are colluding with terrorists among them, if they will allow them to do it, is that you see terrorists ambushing soldiers, terrorists ambushing policemen, all this Boko Haram ambush. That is the first thing that the US military will stop, because the equipments to stopping these things are in Nigeria, but I don't know how many of them are in Nigeria. These equipments can detect heat far away, can detect a lot of them. Like you can be in 5 kilometers away, it will detect you coming. So they have so many equipments that you cannot even talk about, ambushing them or doing also. All those things does not exist in a real battle today on earth. Just that Nigeria is very backward, and these people refuse to try to partition this country, divide this country, so that we can start afresh and start building a country. Because this one is in a wrong foundation, a wrong system, and everything is wrong with Nigeria. So where do we start to build this one? It's a system that has been corrupt. According to Dende Farotimi, say this is a hypothesis that everybody is trying to do in Nigeria. Okay? Everybody is trying to say, let's do this, let's bring this person, let's do this. At the end, we still remain in one circle. Nothing is changing. So, the US plane that touched ground in Nigeria, there are three of them in Maiduguri. They brought personnel and they brought equipments. And Nigerian military has also said that the American soldiers did not bring weapons to Nigeria. I wonder if it is sugarcane they brought, if it is biscuit they brought to Nigeria. You can see military planes departing from US to Ghana, from Germany to Ghana, before heading to Nigeria after refueling. And you are there saying that they are not coming with weapons. So a military, up to 200 military officers will just leave America. So they will carry Pampers or they will carry sugar cane. Are they going to carry ballot box to come? Like sometimes the Nigeria government or their military, I don't know, they think they are talking to morons. Like let us just put something out there so that people will believe us. Anyway, we are no longer in that age, so you can't lie to us about what is going on in 2026 again, because your lie, will be countered immediately it is coming out. Now, the US move in Nigeria, I am sorry to say this, Nigeria government are skeptical. Nigeria government, they don't want a situation where they can stop US or counter what US want to do. And at the same time, they don't know the US next move. They are talking about cooperation. Yes, cooperation. That is what they are talking about. But there are a lot of moves US are going to make that we have nothing to do with cooperation. And one of the things that Nigerian government are also doing is that if US make a move without telling them, Nigerian government will still cover the US. You know why? They cannot come out to tell the US, we are not in cooperation with them or they did it without us. No, they can't do it. They can't say it at all. They can't say it. Why? Because Tinubu is very, very, working towards 2027 and he wants to come back as a president. Tinubu will go to any extent, giving America what they want, giving everybody what they want, but just you people should just leave this seat for me. It's serious as that. So that is why you see, even the killings going on from around the country is none of their businesses. Like they are not showing real concern. Even your bloggers, your activists, they are not showing real concern. Why so many people are in different rooms trying to counter the coming of America? That imagine Nigerian sovereignty is this, is that. But look at the real thing. The terrorists who are still foreign are coming in and nobody is saying that. All these terrorists you are seeing are foreign terrorists in Nigeria being sponsored by people in Nigeria, in government. Nobody is saying anything. But some persons want to counter the coming of the US. So I don't like making videos and people will be confused about it. The US, military cargo planes that landed in Maiduguri, 3 of them, they came with personnel and they came with weapons. And they are still building up. The United States government have not started doing anything in Nigeria. So this should be very, very clear to everyone. US has not started fighting anything. They have not started doing anything. If US starts, the day US will start, you will know that US start. United States government, United States of America government, they wouldn't like a situation where their soldiers will come to Nigeria. Their soldiers will just come and eat, jollof fries for nothing amidst the heat of Christian genocide that is going on around the world. So they knows the reason why they are here, and they are not here to play politics. They are not here to play games, okay? But they are still waiting for further command. And as I said before, something is going to happen and these people are going to do something. Now, on the case of America, I still want to address an issue. A lot of Africans see America as a bad agent and so on and so forth. Do I doubt those people to the ground? No, I won't doubt what you are saying. Because under Obama, under the Democrat regime in America, we understand how Boko Haram was pampered, how they removed Jonathan, how they did all sort of things, destroying Libya, and so many places. We understand what happened under Obama. Obama was like a destroyer, somebody who carried out something that is not good at all as an American president. And because of Obama, a lot of people hate America. Now, the regime change in America is totally different because politics in America is ideology. The Republicans have different ideology. The Democrats have different ideology. When Obama assumed office as a president, I was watching him on TV saying, America is not a Christian nation. We are doing like Muslim Brotherhood at Egypt had declared terrorist organization. Barack Obama still took the members of Muslim Brotherhood when he was going to Egypt to sit on the front seat to intimidate Egypt. Just imagine. That time Egypt have designated them as terrorist organization. These are the same people that Trump has designated as terrorist organization up to today. All these Muslim Brotherhood can travel to Saudi Arabia. But Obama was funding them. So people see America with the image of what Obama has done. But I understand that the power to conquer, the power of superiority of power is still going on from around the world. That is interest. But I still see that Donald J. Trump or Republicans, party have different ideology from Democrats. And the Republicans are the people I see that are fighting terrorism genuinely. Obama go after Osama bin Laden and so on and so forth. I understand that, yes, the US military want him dead because of so many things he have been doing. And apart from that, many things Obama did was not justifiable. It wasn't at all, especially what he did in Nigeria. He just wanted to destroy Nigeria totally, supporting terrorists, supporting Boko Haram. So when people are talking about America, I understand where they are coming from. But Donald Trump case is totally different. We all can see the rate at which terrorists are being imported into this country. And someone is here trying to offer help. So the best thing you can say is not to talk him down. Okay? It's not to tell him that he should not come, they should not do this. It's not anything they can do, let them do it. Anything they can do, let them do it. And for people, who are still thinking that the system in Nigeria is going to change, don't give yourself a false hope. Look at what is going on from around the country. You see, amidst the killing, amidst everything that is going on, people aren't talking about how to stop it, but they are talking about 2027. It's a clear example that, all this killing is not stopping soon. So get ready and plan ahead, because it's still going to take time. But at the end, victory will come. And I've been telling people that the only solution to stopping all these things is just to end this system, divide Nigeria. And people will ask, how do we do that? How do we do that? First of all, it is coming to the knowledge of people. People must get the conviction first. People must understand the implication, the advantage. Okay? If people did not understand it, people cannot come out and start talking it. For example, now, if I see someone who is campaigning today to become a president, and what is he campaigning for? He said, my mission is to, if I win as a president, if I become a president of Nigeria, I will divide Nigeria. I'll make sure that Nigeria will go into different ways. I will sponsor this bill, executive bill, to the senators. I will make sure Nigeria will divide. The person will have my support. Yeah. The person will have my support. I will vote for the person. I will campaign for the person because the person want to solve a problem. But telling me that, the problem of Boko Haram is economy. Like, are you talking to a madman? Telling me that Shetema will handle security, that you are going to handle economy. Are you talking to a madman? Like, do I look like someone who is not well? So I know the problem that we have, which is complete Islamization, and it's a global problem. So I know the solution. The solution is to confide people who want Sharia to their state. They are already practicing Sharia. You can't not be practicing Sharia in Nigeria. At that level where you have Sharia police, Sharia court. That is the first division that came to Nigeria. Yeah. From that time, Obasanjo allowed Sharia in Nigeria. Obasanjo divided Nigeria. Hands down. So people who do not understand what is going on should brace up for surprises.
My mind, I started thinking about how we've been having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria. And I reflect back at some of the prominent statements made by some of our founding leaders. And I feel that probably this will help us to have a conversation on the Nigerian unity. I just brought forth, not to bore you. First, and I quote, not my statement, Nigeria is not a nation. It's a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria from those who do not. This is accredited to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the former Prime Minister of the Western region. The second one, and I quote, it is true that we politicians always delight in talking loosely about the unity of Nigeria. 60 years ago, there was no country called Nigeria. What is now Nigeria consisted of several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlooks and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation. And the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit. This is accredited to Sir Ahmadu Bello, former premier of Northern Region. They thought, and I quote, since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country. But the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. The Nigerian unity is only a British intention for the country.